So digital photo frames have been around for a long time now, and what we've got in front of us are three very different sort of ways of having a digital photo frame.
Yeah.
They all have their benefits and their downsides as well. First up, we've got a keychain type one. It's a 1.5-inch screen.
Yep.
So it's a great way to be able to take photos with you and bore your friends and family senses.
Well, I mean, it's more, so you have it on your keychain, you're sitting in the bus or on a plane and you're talking about your kid, and bang, you instantly got it there on your keychain. Now, at first I thought, well, you got your mobile phone, you can have all your photos on it.
That's true,
But a lot of people don't bother putting photos in their phone if they don't have a camera on it. And a lot of times, you know, it's just not as convenient as having something like this that's on a keychain.
Maybe, yeah. Another option is just one that will sit on your shelf, plug it into mains power, and you just have your photos cycling through.
So yeah, on your desk at work, on your shelf, whatever else, rather than just having one static frame there, one static photo frame there.
Yeah.
Have this. This is awesome, actually.
And another option, another step up, is one that actually prints out photos as well. So Audien have supplied us with this AV Labs 1.5-inch digital photo frame. And we have noticed, however, that exactly the same design is being branded as coming from other manufacturers or distributors as well. If you have a look on the back, there's just very simple 3 buttons. Press 1 for the menu and then just the up and down keys to go through it.
What options does the menu give you?
Okay, well, you can delete photos directly via the menu. LCD contrast, there are 5 different contrast levels that you can choose from.
It's not only a digital photo frame, it's a clock as well for your keyring.
Yes. I think it looks better without the clock on there personally. There's the auto on-off as well, whether or not you have that set to be on or off. It's a good idea because it has a lithium battery in there. I'm not too sure how long it lasts, but you charge it by plugging it in via USB to a PC or a notebook. The clock setting is just to set the time of the clock, and you also got display mode, which is if you manually want to flick through the photos or whether you want it in a slideshow format, which is the auto slide there. It does come with a lanyard, so you could hang it around your neck or maybe sort of attach it to your handbag or something, and it does come with a keychain as well. So it comes with a driver CD, which actually has on it a little program called Photo Viewer. We tried to just plug it in via USB and see whether we could just access it like a flash drive, but it doesn't work that way. You do actually need the software. Once you plug it in, you just select it to be USB update, then you open up the program and you can browse your hard drive and transfer photos across. And this is where it gets a little bit cumbersome. You have to select the photo, then you can see that it will show you where it's going to crop it out. The photos are in widescreen and the actual device itself doesn't display that way. So you can move that, you know, in case your photo isn't quite centered or what have you. Once you have the photo the way that you want it to be displayed, you just click the arrow to transfer it across into, you know, the repository where it's holding the photos. And you can keep going through and select as many photos as you want, transfer them across. When you have sorted that out, you click synchronize and it'll transfer or update the device with the photos that you've selected. The AV Labs 1.5-inch digital photo frame has 8 megs of flash storage, so it'll get you about 80 photos, and it does support JPEG, MPEG, TIFF and GIF formats. This is a 7-inch digital photo frame from Akai. At the back it has a stand that's fully adjustable, which means that when you put it on your shelf, you can have it sort of laying quite flat.
We can stand it upright.
Or standing upright. At the top there are the controls. When you enter the setup menu, you then use play pause to select whatever you're on in the menu, and the left and right to go up and down the menu, and exit is obviously to exit. On the side it supports SD, MMC and MS cards and USB drives as well, which is what I'm going to use.
You can plug your memory stick straight from your digital camera into this, right?
Yeah, that's correct, yep. Or you can take photos off your hard drive, put it onto a USB flash drive and plug it in the side. Now, if you were going to have this sitting sort of as an ornament on your shelf, you would probably want to get yourself a small USB flash drive that doesn't stick out the side there. Once you've plugged in your memory card or your USB flash drive, if you just hit play pause on the top, it'll automatically start a slideshow.
Now, the angle on the LCD is brilliant. I mean, you can be looking at it from the side, as we can see here, and you can still see the picture perfectly right from the top. So it's not like one of those LCDs which you can't really see properly from the side.
No, and it does have very vibrant colours as well. If you press it again, it's gone into play mode, so it'll cycle through. You can also use the left and right just to flick through photos faster as well. The menu actually has quite a lot of setup options. You need to be not running a slideshow and not having the pictures in there to get into it, and you press the setup button. Image display is where you can adjust how it appears on the screen, especially a widescreen digital photo frame. So using the crop option is the best one, because then you just sort of lose a little bit from the side rather than trying to stretch it across, or having the original photo sort of sitting, within the border of the frame. Another option is the slideshow effect. You will see that there are heaps of different effects that you can have between the images. So
the transition effects. So you've got
three
3D flips and a reel and a circle.
Screen.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it goes down. I've just got it set on all so that you don't get bored with any one type of transition effect. You can also adjust the slideshow interval, so you might have the pictures screening for 3 seconds or 15 seconds, however long you think you'd like to have it. Colour is just adjusting brightness, contrast, hue, that sort of thing. There are a couple of different language options. There's a reset setting to just set everything back to defaults, and that's just information about the firmware version on the screen.
The most important thing about this particular transitions and even the photos on this particular screen is they are extremely vibrant. They're brilliant. It looks gorgeous.
It does also come with a remote control, which just has all of the basic functions. So this is the ABIC FunFab digital photo frame. So not only is it a photo frame, you can also print out small copies of any photos that you may have on there.
So obviously this photo frame is a lot bigger than your standard photo frame.
Yes, it is, and it's actually it's very heavy as well. On the back there you can see you can plug it directly into a PC via FireWire. There's USB ports as well, and it supports SD, MMC and MS cards, just like the Akai 7-inch one that we just showed you. So I'm going to use a USB stick. It will automatically detect that I've just plugged that in, and starts the slideshow.
The picture quality is beautiful, isn't it?
I have to say I actually think it is a little bit better than the Akai one. I think the colours are more vibrant. Now, just like the Akai one, there are some settings in the menu, but it's not as versatile with the setup as the Akai one is. On the side there are controls to enter into the menu, to exit the menu, and also to scroll through the photos. So when you found a photo that you want to print, you just press the pause button on the side and then the print button. I have to say it does not print very quickly.
So you've got a photo there, Fiona. Are we going to try and fool our viewers and make them believe that we just printed out that photo from this unit? Let's tell them the truth.
I was going to.
You're going to fool them. No, we went to print out this photo again and discovered the cartridge was empty. We were only provided with one sample, which we'd already printed out.
Yes, luckily, we were testing it before we filmed.
Yes, luckily we have the test photo, so we can see the quality of the photo there that we did print out. Price,
well, what have we got? 10, 15 US dollars.
That's right,
if you're lucky when you find a bargain.
This is the type of thing you pick up from the front next to a checkout as you're walking out of an electronics shop.
Yeah, it's a stocking filler, really.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's something you wouldn't give it to a person without putting photos on it first, I don't think. I would fill it up with photos of my kids and give it to my dad, for instance, for Christmas.
I think, maybe it depends on who you're giving it to, because you do need to install software and all that
stuff. The software was really easy to install.
It was, but if you're looking at maybe a grandparent or something, or somebody who's not so tech savvy. I know there are grandparents who are tech savvy. I don't want to be, boxing people in, but I think for a grandparent, it is a really good idea to put
the AV Labs
photos from the year. And so then we've got the 7-inch Akai digital photo frame. That's about $100 US.
So this is something which you'd put on an executive desk or something, put rotating photos of your family, rather than just a stock family photo. I remember my dad had a family photo on his desk of us when we were like 5 or 6, and it really annoyed me when I was like 19 and working for him for a little while there.
The ABIC FunFab has less options in terms of all those sorts of nice things with the transitions and things, but it does have the printer. Now it's quite a bit more expensive. You're looking at around $300 US. It is convenient to be able to print out a printer, but whether or not your budget, would mean that, I'm going to pay an extra $200 for that.
I personally think these products are overkill. I mean, the reason you have digital photos is so you can present them on a digital photo frame like that, or show them in your hard drive and not have a paper copy. I mean, sometimes paper copies are nice, but they end up sitting in the box, or you want to pass over that folder over there, photo album,
well, that's
which you
the
have
old way.
so you can get roughly about the same amount of photos that you've got in here. You can put on this little unit here.
Yeah.
It gives you an idea of the size difference. But you don't have to store these anymore. We get rid of these. So I'm not too sure whether I want to be printing out my photos still. Yes, it's a nice printer. Yes, it's easy, but is it realistic?
But then what are you going to do with it afterwards? Yeah,
that's right.
You're right.
I mean, if you want to frame it and put it on the wall, well, that's what these are used for. You can put them on the wall, or I suppose
unless you want just that one photo.
Yeah. But then again, the size
it wouldn't be that size. Whereas this unit, it is a great idea, but whether or not it's really worth the extra money.
It's an odd idea.